From Newsnets and CCTV, it's high school basketball coming to you tonight from Cadillac High School.
Third quarter action here on Michigan High School Basketball's Game of the Week on Newsnet Sports and CCTV. I'm Derek Tate alongside Dan Gussert. Just about to begin the third quarter of a tie ball game and a playoff preview, and it's had a playoff type atmosphere here in the first half, Dan.
Yeah, even the Cadillac Crazies today found out their theme dress today is Nerd Day. Not sure why, but they are. You know, another thing we could talk about too, Derek, is Ludington had school today. Cadillac did not due to the weather, and sometimes that plays a little bit of difference in how you play too.
As coming out early, and it's an immediate turnover forced by the Orioles, stolen by Haley Stowe. And she finds Olivia Flewelling driving into the lane. No good. Another offensive rebound. Two, and can't get that one to go. Finally, the follow put home by Zoe Satarga, and we saw a lot of that in the first half. The Orioles crashing the offensive glass. 27-25. Orioles.
Yeah, that was definitely too many looks right there.
McKenna Bryant gets her own miss. That one tipped. And then Cadillac will get to keep possession. But we saw a lot of that in the first half as Ludington's been crashing the offensive glass. Vikings trail by 2 to start the third quarter. Bryant.
Oh, yeah, she double dribbled right there. She's a little frustrated right now. She come off that screen, looked to shoot, and decided, no, I can move, and picked it up with both hands.
Bryant had a quiet first quarter. She began the scoring for Cadillac at the free throw line, but has been pretty quiet ever since after picking up 2 quick fouls in the first quarter. Entry pass into Porter. Porter going at Anderson. Now drops it off.
Got to be 3 seconds. There it is. Yep.
Porter thought about going up with it, thought a little bit too long, and that forces the turnover. And a little bit of full court press look from Ludington. Cadillac trailing 27-25. Dangerous pass there from McKenna Bryant. Cadillac regathers possession. A nice feed from Meyer. And that finds it to Michaela Knight, who knocks it in from downtown.
Yeah, Emma had her choices of who to throw that to. McKenna Bryant, Michaela Knight gets that, but it could have been McKenna Bryant also.
Cadillac takes a 1-point lead as both teams have been going back and forth. Driving into the lane, and no good is the runner from Katie Messier. Anderson gathers the rebound, and here comes Cadillac. Vikings offense averaging 50 points per game. They got halfway there in the first half. McTaggart driving into the lane. That one poked away. Good defense by Zoe Zatarga as the Vikings keep possession.
That looked like that was going to end up being a power move to the basket. Zatarga gets down low and knocks that out of bounds. Great play.
Here's an open look for Molly Anderson. That one falls. Third three-pointer of the game for Anderson. She's got 12.
And like we saw in the first half here, Derek, we see 5 Orioles get set to come into the game here on the next whistle.
Porter throws that one away. And the dead ball will bring out an entire new unit for Ludington. We've seen a lot of ball movement from the Cadillac offense here to start the second half. McKenna Bryant.
She's so good back there on that press break.
And Olivia Meyer with a pull-up jumper that just misses off the front iron. Rebound gathered by Bree Messier. Ludington looking to cut into a 4-point deficit. They trail 31-27 with 4.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. See a lot of motion on both offenses as that entry pass to Bree Messiar airmailed by Keelan Laird.
I got to believe that's just a coach's set. Let's see if we can get Bryant to pick up that third foul right there. That's a tough match for her. She does a nice job staying low, doesn't pick up the foul, and they get a turnover.
Meyer on the left wing. She had 7 in the first half. And it's Anderson who leads all scorers. Driving into the lane, now an open look for Michaela Knight. That's her second three-pointer of the third quarter.
Yeah, just when you think for Cadillac, you stop McKenna Bryant, you stop Molly Anderson. Olivia Meyer hasn't had a basket here in the second half. And who steps up? Michaela Knight drills 2 threes. It's such a well-balanced group here for Coach Mack.
Entry pass to Bree Messiar. She's doubled, now back out, and another unforced turnover on Ludington.
So the first adjustment I see here for the Vikings is they are not so far out from the basket defending. They're letting Ludington run and flow into their offense a little bit more, not putting so much pressure on the guards, and Ludington's just kind of giving it right back to the Vikings. Several possessions right there.
Anderson for 3, bullseye! That's her 4th three-pointer of the game. She leads all scorers with 15 points. It's been a 12-2 run to start the third quarter for the Vikings. And a tough bucket by Bree Messiar in down low. And a timeout from head coach John Stowe of the Orioles, as Cadillac has come out red hot from distance.
They have, and they've been really quality looks off of some great screens and some great ball movement. Just been really a nice offensive flow right now, and for Ludington, they've been a little shaky, and we'll see what they're made of at this point. Is that basket right there cut a 10-point lead down to 8.
4 three-pointers in the third quarter from Cadillac, 3 turnovers from Ludington, and you see the Vikings is how much of a quick strike offense they are.
Absolutely. And you might see them miss 4 or 5 threes in a row, and then you see them make like what we started with here this quarter. Here we want to make sure we thank our sponsors again. Cadillac Tire, probably pretty busy right now with all the snow that we've gotten in northern Michigan in the last couple of weeks. Fox Motors here at Cadillac, and certainly Pizza Plus. Thank you to those businesses for all they do to help us bring you basketball all season long here on
Newsnet Sports
and CCTV.
And Molly Anderson wasting no time. She's got 17 points as she takes the pass and goes all the way through the lane. Vikings back up by 10. The Orioles not panicking though, staying patient on the offensive end, and goes down low to Porter. Porter can't connect. She is a handful down low.
She's got about 3 to 4 inches, and with the hair bun, maybe about 7. And certainly with her arm length, she's got a lot of height on the Vikings right there, and that's a great job of just posting and them finding her.
As she has set up camp right underneath the basket. She has been to the line 8 times tonight. Still a 10-point deficit.
3-second call. She's second time and now in the game.
We had a little bit of a battle going on down there between Porter and Anna Whipple, who just checked in for the Vikings. The Vikings break the press, but now Drabick is stolen by Haley Stowe, and she's running the break on the other end. Stowe goes up with it, just off the mark. Porter again with another offensive rebound. They can't keep her off the glass. Flewelling with a nice move, but that one's stripped away by Jocelyn Seeley. They'll keep possession.
Vikings pretty fortunate right there with that half-court turnover not to give up 2 points. They did a great job flowing back on defense.
Just under the 2-minute mark in the third quarter. Vikings on top by 10. And it's Messiar who fires for 3. That one off the mark. Anderson corrals the rebound, and she was in trouble. She traveled, And a good trap every time the Vikings get the ball in the front court.
Yeah, especially those corners. Ludington's looking to trap you. They're so long they can do that.
The baskets just aren't falling, and Porter driving into the lane. Can't get that one to go. They're going to call it, I believe, on the floor.
Yeah, so she won't go to the free throw line, as that's just, I think, the second team foul for the Vikings here. They've really slowed that number down.
Porter putting the ball on the floor and driving into the lane. Doing a little bit of everything is Porter. She gets the inbound pass. Cannot quite go up with it. It's stripped away. Stowe gathers the loose ball. Orioles need a bucket. That one nearly thrown away, but gathered by Olivia Flewelling.
The Vikings defense has been outstanding here so far in this quarter. She carried that. Yeah, or double dribble, okay.
Zatarga turns it over, and we mentioned before, this Vikings defense averaging 14 steals per game. Their opponents averaging 23 turnovers per game, and we've seen the Cadillac defense go up a notch. Seeley pressured. They may have to get this one across half court. They do. Meyer now to Whipple. Back to Meyer. Seeley lets it go from downtown. That one.
That's probably not the shot you want her to take at this point in the game, but that's all right. That's a good look. It's a learning experience.
A little heat check from Jocelyn Seeley, the freshman. And
great defense right there by Anna Whipple. Stood her ground.
Scoop shot no good from Flewelling. Vikings with 45 seconds remaining and have a 10-point advantage, 39-29. Anderson leading all scorers with 17 points. Let's see what the Vikings offense can drum up. Anderson going baseline. She draws the foul on Flewelling.
Well, this has been a dominant quarter right here by the Vikings. They have just stifled Manistee, only allowing 4 points in this quarter. Their defense has been outstanding here, Derek. And the three-point shots have dropped a little bit, and they got a chance to build on this 10-point lead.
As Molly Anderson went 1 of 2 from the line so far tonight. And that one comes up just a little bit short. But Molly Anderson, what a season she is having. She's leading the team in points, rebounds, steals, and assists.
We got a timeout right here, Derek. We'll use that opportunity to mention our camera crew out there tonight. A little short crew with a lot of the schools closed in the area. Only Caden Darrow and Damian Brooks able to make it. We appreciate them showing up here tonight and directing the show back in the truck. Hannah Crouch.
Such a great opportunity for the students over at CCTV to be able to, or at the WEX Center, excuse me, to be able to, the Career Tech Center, to be able to come here, get some live experience, shooting live games. If we have a bigger staff in the future, we'd love to get some of them doing a little bit of sideline reporting eventually.
Absolutely. They do a fantastic job, coming out all season long here for both boys and girls basketball. This group, they're in the rink the other nights that we are covering Cadillac boys hockey, and they've been out in the weather in the football field in the fall.
As the Vikings on a 14-5 run here in the third quarter. Anderson goes 1 of 2 at the line. She's got 18 points. She's been averaging 16 points per game this season. And her 18 points tonight have been crucial for the Vikings as they're up by 11, and another turnover for Ludington. It's been an ugly third quarter.
Yeah, it was a nice set they'd run there, a double screen setup, looking to get some penetration right there. Unfortunately, just rolled the ball a little bit on her hand, on her strong hand too.
20 seconds remaining. Vikings on top, 40-29. As likely Cadillac will play for the final possession of the third quarter. Anderson finds Drabeck. 8 seconds left. Seeley to Bryant. Down to Whipple, and that one's stolen by Porter. 1 second left. Here's a midcourt heave. Nearly goes for Flewelling.
That would have been the third buzzer beating basket for the Orioles, and it just front rimmed out.
That one didn't fall, as did many of the shots. Rough quarter for Ludington as we head to the fourth and final quarter here on the Michigan High School Basketball Game of the Week here on Newsnet Sports and CCTV as the Cadillac Vikings lead the Ludington Orioles 40-29. We'll be right back.